Hey guys, Najmi here. So I wanted to wrap up some couple of Friday beefs for you guys. And I know I was supposed to do one last week, so we wind it back up for this week. So we all know about the verdict, Trayvon, and I was watching CNN at the time when the verdict was read. And before the verdict was read, something inside me was like, you know what? He's gonna walk. He's just gonna walk. I had said that to my dad, and I was just having this really weird feeling about he's gonna walk. And lo and behold, he walked. Um, walked. A murderer walking free on the street. And how do I feel about that? How do you guys feel about that? What came to your head, your mind, your heart when that happened? Was it like an instant like hate, put down, let down of the justice system, um, let down of just, you know, people in general, society? Was it an eye-opener to see that racism still goes on? It's thicker and deeper than we choose to see, than we choose to believe? You tell me. For me personally, I can only speak this as a mother because I have a child, and you know that young teens today all wear hoodies, and the difference is she's, a colored skin young girl who's a track runner, amazing track runner, amazing athlete, um, who wears hoodies and runs, and it's her favorite type of fashion style, her hood. And the thing about it is of imagining her, just walking home or running home and having her hoodie on and someone profiling as a cop. I call it profiling as a cop because that's what Zimmerman did. He was profiling as a cop. And he wasn't a cop. He's not a licensed cop. He's not a professional cop. He's not a nothing. And someone in the neighborhood, because we live in a prominent, um, not quite diverse area, and knowing that we're not disruptive, we are very mannerable, we're very high in our etiquette and mannerisms, and um, really, really, integrate into the community. But at the same time, you know, there are always a few that have that second look or that second take or that second thought of, wait a second, do I know you? Have you seen me before? Who are you? Um, and those type of things happen. So I think about when, if I were to go to the store, corner store that's just up the street, and just to get something and run back, if someone's going to come out of their little racist hole and be like, she looks like something or some type of person, and she's very small, very tiny, and same way that Trayvon was very small, very tiny, wasn't as big as everybody wants to say he was. He was a teen, he was a kid, and that idea or that thought of someone who can just walk away because they presume a person with a hood, you know, running, coming from the store and running back or up to something, you know, and those things go through my mind, especially here in America. Um, I remember, just even as a kid growing up, racism, especially in Canada and other places that I lived before coming to America, um, wasn't as prominent as it is here. Um, you know, as I can remember, didn't really have that type of racist issue so much. You know, there was some, but it wasn't as um, terrible that I've experienced first and foremost being here in America. And um, I'm saying all this is to get to that there's a fear, you know, with the judgment that came through, that little fear or that little thing in the back of our heads, in the back of our mind, if you're not Caucasian and you are another color, that your life is in danger, that you cannot trust law enforcement, you cannot trust the justice system, you cannot trust not even lawyers. You know, I feel like, and this is my own opinion, you let me know with the comment box below. But in your opinion, how did you think for the side of Trayvon's family, how the lawyers really do? I really don't think they did their best. I personally feel that. I really think they should have just went straight at it as, you know, this is a racist case. It is straight and simple. It was a racist case. And I think if they just was really smart about just going in that direction, we would have had at least manslaughter coming out of this case. Um, and I think there's a lot of evidence that was tampered with. I think evidence that was um, did not come forward and was not and probably was muddled. And um, I just think that they could have done a better job. I really think they could have just been real and authentic and going for the kill properly from the jump. I think from the jump when he came out and said, you know, the first lawyer came out and said those words, I really thought it was just gonna go straight that way, but they just fumbled. And it's I also think that the decision to pick a jury of all women was wrong. I think there should have been some men on there, even it out, because having some men of color on there as well, or even other nationalities, whether they're Asian or um, Arabian or Iranian or wherever, African, whatever you want to call it, any other country, any other immigrant that's migrated to Americans lived here. I think could have been on the jury as well. I really think that was a wrong decision to have all women on the panel. Yeah, it may seem like it's a nice thing and would have been a soft spot, but they more had a soft spot for Zimmerman than a child. And that's the reality I want you guys to see, that these American women had a soft spot for a grown ass man, a murderer, okay, than they had for a child going to the store, getting some Skittles, candy, and a drink, you know, which my little one eats the same thing, Skittles, Arizona drink. And um, and then hurrying back home to go watch a game and having that on his mind of the game and getting back home to watch this game. And someone who was just in a racist funk, I call it, comes out and is like, oh, I'm going to profile. I'm going to get this one. I'm going to just really do my best to get one of them off the street. I am tired of them getting away and getting away with so many things. What are we getting away with? Being ourselves? Living in a country that we can be ourselves? Um, what is it? But, you know, but you know what I have to say with this, and I'm going to leave it at this, is that energy works in a mysterious way. What you put out is what's going to come back to you. You put negative out, negative is going to come back to you tenfold. You put positive out, positive is going to come back to you tenfold. Every person that sided with the murderer and knew, the facts are straight up, he did kill, you know, Trayvon. Trayvon is not here. Trayvon is dead. He was told to leave Trayvon alone. Don't even profile, don't even look at him. He did not listen, okay? Um, it is a fact that, yes, if someone is following you and rushing after you, you gotta stand your ground. You gotta fight back. What are we supposed to do? Stand there? I think this is not slavery time where we're standing up in a line like in the Django, and Master comes around and just pops off, you know, whoever he doesn't want anymore on his lot or on his plantation. Are we supposed to still do that in this country? Are we supposed to still stand and be executed, um, and not do anything, not defend ourselves? We're supposed to just stand there and take it? I don't think so. This little boy had the smarts to say, it looks like this is going to be either I live or I die. I'm going to defend myself. I didn't do anything wrong. So I leave this with you guys. And you let me know, give me your thoughts down below. When you put out energy, negative energy, as I said, is going to come back to you tenfold. Every person that was involved in this case and chose to side with George Zimmerman, okay, the ones that gave him money for his attorney fees and supported the family and supported all of them, even the jurors who came to the verdict of he's not guilty for killing a kid. He's not guilty for killing a kid. Karma is a bitch, okay? Because the evil that you did, that negative energy that you put out, is going to come back to every single person that sided for George Zimmerman. Don't be surprised. It may not happen in their lifetime, but things do happen in offsprings and the next generation and the next family line or lineage of those families. Do not be surprised, because it's going to come out in one way or another. The wrong that you put out is going to come back to you. Okay? The same way, if three people, go out and scheme to like rob a bank, and one is only the driver in the getaway car and the other two are inside robbing, that person in the getaway car is still a part of the whole thing and still will go to jail. Same thing here. You may not have killed physically Trayvon, but you did by allowing the man factually, with all the facts, walk and say, oh, he's not guilty for killing an innocent young black boy. It's okay. That's the right thing to do. Kill him. It's just a black boy. It's just a black boy. Just a nigga. Just a whatever. They're nothing. So they can go. The less of them will be better. Okay? So it hurts me. This is my Friday beef. Let me know how you feel about the verdict. Let me know what I'm saying vibes with you, or if it doesn't vibe with you, let me know in the comment box below. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to my channel today. Just click the link anywhere on this video and share it. Let's have some feedback, because feedback is awesome. Friday beef, y'all. Najimly.